Yo, press record. What's up? You're listening to Zero to X. My name is Daniel, and today with me, as always, my guy.
Hey kids, how you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's
I'm
up?
doing great, man. How are you now?
Bro, I'm chill, man. I'm chill. I realize that typically I never give like a very straight answer to that question every time you ask me because something is always going.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be nice if we got straight answers. Honestly,
Yeah,
I mean, it's part of the spice.
100%.
Yeah, it's part of the spice.
100%.
So, how's your week? You said the answer is probably always going to be the same. But let's see.
The week was good. Similar to what has been going on the past couple weeks, adjusting to the new things I am engaging in. This podcast being one of them. Trying to get more active on social media, brand building, all of that jazz. Guy, bro, it's different, man. It's just different. Like that workload, I haven't adjusted to it, and then like obviously stuff at my 9 to 5 is crazy. Like if you run operations, you know what I'm saying. It's stupid, guy. Bro, it's stupid. Commitments here and there, but I mean, what is a young man in his mid twenties gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, my guy? So how's your weekend been? I know how your weekend been, but like, tell the people how your weekend,
guys. So I think I'm learning, and I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to learn this way. Yeah, but I'm wondering when it would even out. But yeah, basically, I've added social media to my plate officially.
At Amara underscore E underscore on Instagram and everywhere.
Yeah, on Instagram and everywhere, dude. And it's a lot. I don't know how, dude. Content creation is a full-time job.
It's a full-time thing, man. It's a full-time thing.
Job. Like I struggled. So here's the beauty. I can't deny that it's been getting easier.
Mm-hmm.
I think about video editing.
Mm-hmm.
I think about video editing because of my YouTube channel. Right?
Yeah, Mastery with Amara. Mastery with Amara. Guys, go check it out. But go on.
I think about video editing. Now I think about picture editing as well, or what's it called? Photo editing. Right? And they were a lot tougher starting out. Yeah. But right now it's like, it still takes up my time. No, wait. It still takes up my time. Yeah. But at least I can go into it with a general sense of direction and
like
estimation of how long
you're not totally clueless. You know what
you're doing. Yeah. So I guess these things get easier over time. And I'm not just speaking about video editing and content creation in general. I'm generally speaking about stretching yourself. Yeah. So when you stretch that your capacity, at some point you get used to that stretch.
100%.
Yeah, and that's what I'm finding. That 100%. It's taking a while, but it's getting easier slowly and gradually.
I think that's one of the more beautiful things about doing things, especially if it's geared in any way towards building or success. Even if it's just a hobby to enjoy.
And uncomfortable
it's
as well.
like you start out uncomfortable, but you get comfortable, and it's like you have grown irreversibly.
Yes.
Like almost irreversibly, you have grown irreversibly. Either in character, unless you stop doing.
Yeah.
So like it's incredible to see the transformation. It's like that thing you've talked about. Be, do, have. Yeah. And they say like to do things you've never done before, you have to become someone that you haven't been before. Exactly. Yes. So it's exciting seeing all the transformation that we're going through. Because it's like I look at what my ideal life should be like, and bro, it's far. Like that version of Daniel is an absolute beast, man. Absolute beast. And do you know the crazy thing? That version of Daniel makes it look like light work.
Yes.
That's what's stupid about it.
Yes. I think about that version of Amara as well, and I'm just like, I'll be coasting through these things.
Do you understand?
But still setting bars that I am not going below.
Make it look easy. Like there's a mastery and a swagger that just goes with when you've just paid your dues at things. Yeah. You're focused, you're purposeful, and you're just getting it. You're putting in the reps every single day. There is a mastery and swagger that comes along with it. So excited about that for the both of us.
I'm equally excited about the people who have used this podcast to
100%
start doing
100%.
Yeah, dude, I got feedback was it this week?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I got feedback from my brother, and it was beautiful feedback, man.
Lovely.
And emphasis on beautiful feedback, because like we are not people to have the opportunity, like we do completely different things. Yeah, and so we don't really have that opportunity to be able to relate with the kinds of work that we do. You get, but for him to be able to relate so much with this,
that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, it was.
That's actually really beautiful feedback.
Yeah, dude, it was. I was like, it was very pleasing to find people. Like, he also pointing out that like this is something that people would listen to. Yeah, love. For some people, like he said, like for some people, not everybody has the opportunity to have that circle of conversations that like this, right? And so for some people, this is that opportunity to hear people who think on the wavelength that they want to think on, or that they think on presently, right?
Or that they need to get to.
Yes, like whatever the case is, right? Yeah. And so for you just find the derived joy and pleasure and satisfaction from listening to us do this. And guys, thank you for everybody who listens. It's been a journey.
We're seeing the plays, and like it's been a journey. People from continents,
from the Philippines,
like I'm like, who? I would really like to know who that person is. Like, who?
From the Philippines, man.
Who? How? We're happy we can provide that kind of community, or feel that need in your life for you to have the people in a similar phase of your life that think on the same wavelength, or are mirroring what it is that you try to do. I had a friend of mine. She literally gathered her friends, like there were about 3 or 4. I think I mentioned this to you, and I was like, babe, I appreciate the love, but couldn't you have told all of them to listen to it individually so like play numbers could go up? But yeah, like that's just on the lighter note. Happy that people are finding use for this. And I don't know whether Amara will allow me to put this inside the episode at the end of the day, because he's the one that vets the episode and the output, and he might ask us, I want to cut it out. But it's like the quality that we put into making each episode standard for you guys is insane.
Let's not talk about how one mic almost didn't work.
we go through it, and yeah, like trust us. We're trying to do the absolute best we can to make sure this pod. I promise you, given the resources and everything that we have,
it's uncomfortable. And I think that's the beauty of the concept of 0 to X.
Yeah,
that I was having a conversation with Daniel today, and I was just talking about how like I just woke up today and felt really stirred up to up my level, my output quality in general.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing good, right? Yeah, I'm pushing myself. But I'm like, dude, run.
Yeah, my
push
guy,
yourself.
And what's crazy about that is that we're feeling the exact same way.
Yeah.
Because like the last 2-3 days, I was telling Amara that everything around me has been telling me you are broke. Oh my god! Past 2-3 days have been incredible, guys. Like it's like the exact same experience Amara has been having. Like maybe his was more pronounced waking up this morning, but
yeah,
I had to call him. I was like, guy, this was going on. How do I navigate this? But it's pretty incredible, and we hope that you guys actually, we are happy that you guys are getting value from this. Share it to as many people as you think can get value from this.
Yeah.
And we hope that it spurs you to have these kinds of conversations with your friends as well, and be that for them, and they be that for you as well.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for listening and being a part of the journey so far. Like, we are literally 0 to X, and that's what's beautiful.
We are all
literally 0 to X.
We're all 0 to X. And just on a final note, there was something Alex Hormozy said in a video I listened to recently. He talked about, it was basically on mindset, something mindset related, right? And it was kind of like, I was on the table basically.
LMAO.
I was on the table. And you know what I like what he said. I like it because as somebody who I consider myself to be, to a very reasonable extent, self-aware. Yeah. So I'm self-aware. I'm not just self-aware of the things I do. I'm self-aware of my beliefs as well, right? So I'm very conscious about what I allow myself to believe.
Yeah.
And this one skipped me. This one literally slipped by
me. All right, hit us.
So prior to listening to him, I always used to say this. And the thing is, your thoughts would influence what you say. 100%. Right? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Right? So you know that your thoughts will influence what you say. And all the while, I always used to say, and you've heard me say it a billion times, right? That I must go to bed by 10. Or there's 3 ways I usually say it. I either say I go to bed by 10, or that I get 7 hours plus of sleep, right? Or that if I don't get my 7 hours, I can't function well.
Yeah.
Right. I never thought about the implication of those statements to my. Let me give a better context about implications. Right. When I'm working out, for example, if I'm feeling tired to do a 3rd set because I'm on the 2nd set and my body is already feeling exhausted. If I'm feeling tired and I allow the thought of that feeling tired, I won't do the 3rd set.
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
But if I insist from the 2nd step that I am seeing this 3rd set happen, come rain, come shine, even if my body is giving up, I will do something.
Yeah.
You get? That's how the thoughts influence actions. Right? Now, for the same thing with my sleep, I've been saying this thing, I didn't realize how it was affecting my ability to function.
Yeah.
And then he said that he always goes for 8 hours of sleep, right? But he doesn't say I must get 8 hours of sleep. It's more like, I can't remember the exact words, but he said something along the lines of, I would love to get 8 hours of sleep, you get. But if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, I will show up because that's what successful people do. They show up. And I was just like,
I understand that.
And I was just like,
actually understand that.
I was just like, because the thing is, when I get less than my 7 hours of sleep, I struggle to function in those early hours of the morning. So I always try as much as possible to get the 7 hours at least, right? But he said, even if I don't get 8 hours, I'm standing up to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
You get? So I don't say I must get 8 hours of sleep to function. It is, I would love to get, I can't remember the exact words. I wish I could remember the exact words. But more along the lines of,
there is a fundamental paradigm shift there.
Yes, exactly. So you go from insisting that this must happen for a certain outcome to, if this happens, great. If it doesn't, the outcome must still, yes, the outcome must still happen. And dude, it made me realize
I can easily see how that could be overlooked.
Dude, I was like, dude, Alex, this is my table. If you want to call me, call my name.
Call your name out.
Use your art, bro. Use your art.
All your full chest.
But yeah. So in terms of pushing ourselves and in terms of getting stuff done, it's always important to remember that there's certain luxuries we would like to afford ourselves, right? But if they don't avail themselves, if they don't, if the situations are not right or the condition is not right for that luxury, what needs to be done will still be done. That's why we say, even if you can't push for 100% output, push for output. And then the following day, push for 100 again. To get.
I think the more we talk about it, it's marinating more in my head, and I'm realizing how important it is to have this mentality. Not even necessarily switching from one to this, having this mentality of, okay, this is what is ideal. And these are the results that should happen as a result of what is ideal. But if what is ideal doesn't happen or isn't possible, what should happen? I'm still going to proactively find a way for it to happen.
Yes.
That's a very
Yeah.
Thinking about it, like it's an easy thing to overlook, but I can already imagine the effect it would have on like day-to-day living.
Because here's the issue. The issue is we strive to be in the top 10% of performers, the top 1% of performers.
There you go.
Right? I'm speaking about both myself, you, and all our listeners, right? Yeah. So we strive to be in the top 10, top 1, whatever percent you choose for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? But there's always the little tendency to slip back into the 80% if you're not careful. And it's in daily decisions.
It's in daily decisions.
So it's very important that you are aware of the things that you have decided are the beliefs that shape who you are. Because it's those beliefs that will determine your day-to-day level of output, right? Definitely, yeah. Your body needs rest. Your body is like they say, body is not firewood, right? So we know that you need to give yourself rest and all of those things. We understand all of those nuanced situations. But generally speaking, if you are not aware of the beliefs and everything that makes up who you are as a person, there's a possibility of slipping back into the 80-90% of people.
I definitely understand that.
And it's the thing where he said, every time I want to quit, I remember that this is where 80% of people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is where 80% of people will stop.
Oh my God.
And so for that reason, I'll push. You get?
This is something that has to be top of mind, like I should
going
through every single decision.
Through everything.
Every single decision,
so
single
that's
day.
That's why the idea of your results compounding over time really happens when you let those extra pushes add up over time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So everybody stopped at level 50. You choose to push to level 60. And you do that consistently over time. You're pushing to level 60 over time. While everybody else is stopping at level 50.
It adds up.
You would outperform everybody.
You level up faster. You level up a whole lot faster.
Dude, so yes,
I get that. Yeah. And I think this is very instructive about the phase, like just before this podcast, like a couple of hours before we started shooting, Amara and I were the same way we were. Like, we want to really, really drastically improve the output, like in our lives, finances, career, work, branding, all of these really beautiful things. And it's wonderful because like we're recording this in March, and it's wonderful that we would have the same timelines, like by the end of June. That by July 1st, this is what we want to see.
By H2, I don't want to
This is who we want to see. Like, there are certain conversations I don't want to be hearing. There are certain things I don't want to be thinking about or worrying about anymore. So like holding this mindset and making it top of mind.
Dude, it's just, I think one of the things this thing helps me to do is to realize that being a top performer is not just in your words.
It's not casual.
It's not casual. It's every day. And on the days you choose to
showing up with that mindset, man.
Showing up with that mindset, dude.
It's a lot of work.
Dude. And then on the days you choose to chill, you're making up for it the following day. You're not chilling weeks in a row. Dude, how do you want to make up for that? You get? So, like, there's times when you're close to burnout. You just know, the way this thing is going, I can burn out, right? You need to take the break, take the rest. And then you are also aware, okay, has my body gotten the sufficient amount of rest it needs for me to get back into the grind? You get? And the moment you figure that out, you push out again. You get? But being a top performer, dude, it's beautiful and it is
intense.
It's intense. Intense is the word.
It's intense. It's a bit of a lot.
Yes.
It's a bit of a lot. Showing up every day with that mindset that I'm a top performer. I'm elite. And this is what elite people do. This is what top performers do. And making that top of mind,
dude,
all the time, every single decision.
Daniel, I kid you not.
That's different.
I don't know if I've shared this before with you and on the podcast. I don't know. But something when I initially wanted to get my shit in order, like, at the point where I decided to take my entire life seriously, before this podcast and before everything, right? The first question that helped me every single day, there's one of my guys I look up to, right?
Yeah.
And I just wake up and I ask myself, what will this person do? You know what's wild? These things sound cliche.
They sound
cliche. Bro, try it.
Bro, try it. It's in the application, man.
Dude,
it's in the application.
It's wild. Like, I just ask myself, will this person be chilling?
Oh my God.
After facing this situation and this situation, will their final action be, let me chill for a bit? If it's not let me chill for a bit, I'm not chilling. Do you get? Definitely, right? There's other situations I might be missing. There's no denying that. But that thing, bro, it helped me show up every day. That was the one, if I can point to one reason I was able to show up every day, it was because I always asked myself, what would this top performing person, because everybody knows this guy is top performing. What would this person be doing by this time? What would this person be doing after so and so event? Do you get? And it was just those little decisions that helped. Dude, now I'm coasting through it, and now I'm aiming to get better, right? But at the beginning is where you need momentum.
Yeah, that is where you need momentum.
Inertia.
Yeah,
that's why it was very important at that starting point,
dude. This is gonna be the takeaway, because like I said, we're in different seasons in our lives. I'm not talking of us and our listeners. And where I am is a place where I think we'll always be in a place where we need to level up.
Yes.
And in some stages of leveling up to the next, the difference might be significant. For instance, this one that you and I are going for over the next 3 months is pretty significant. But then it gets to a point where the level up isn't going to be more that's that significant. Like the difference isn't going to be like a lot. You just appear seasoned.
Yes.
There's just like mastery and swagger joined together. But for right now, this for me might be my one thing from this conversation, from this podcast, that I'm taking away for the week. In fact, holding on to for the next 3 months. Holding that, like having that mindset, being conscious of what will a top performer do. I was telling Amara, literally, it sounded like a joke, but I was really, really serious. I was like, if I had known, I obviously didn't know, but I would have considered starting my career in the army. Just to be able to get that structured sense of disciplines and performance, physical and mental eliteness. And then maybe done 2 tours and then transitioned into civilian life, hopefully keeping those same habits, because those habits will be foundational for me
for almost every other area.
Especially for the level that I want to perform at. For the level that I want to perform at, I absolutely need it. Do you understand? So I'm trying to figure it out. Obviously with the help of like the community we're building here, and then the resources, the mentors, virtually, physically, the ones that know us, the ones that don't know us, that we exist. All of that, consolidating all of that, plus like the years of learning and experience that I might have had doing 1 or 2 things, consolidating that to making me be the person that is capable of building and creating the things that I want to create. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And it's a thing where I will not be satisfied if I don't do those things. I will not be satisfied if I don't do those things. So for me, this is incredibly instructional. It's incredibly instructive. It's the one thing. This mindset of, again, it's cliche, but it's in the doing.
It's cliche.
It's in the doing. And it's in the application.
A lot of people tend to miss things because they are cliche. Like, you ask Mr. A, what's your secret? He tells you the secret. You ask Mr. B, what's the secret? He tells you the same secret. You're now wondering, can you people tell me something else that's not this?
The world is full of open secrets, man.
Yes, the secrets are open.
The world is full of open secrets.
But it's in the doing,
it's in the
bro.
Doing. It's in the doing.
Bro, like, when I heard Alex say that thing, I was like, this man is beastly. Like, you know, the beauty about these kinds of people is when they talk, you can see how this thinking has created
those results that you're seeing.
So 100%. There is no argument.
You can't argue it, man. You can't argue it. You can't argue it.
Whatever your thoughts were, throw them in the bin and go and do. Throw them in the bin and go and do. Come back when you have equal or greater amounts of results to argue.
100%.
Dude. Like, I listened to him, I'm like, oh, this man.
This is different.
It's different, man.
It's different.
And I like these reminders. And I think this might be for some person as well out listening to us right now. This might be that reminder.
Yeah, this might be that reminder. It is for me.
Greatness is intense.
It's intense.
It's not casual. It's intense. It's not casual, man. It's not casual.
Oh my God.
It's not casual.
There are really ridiculous stories of the sacrifices, of the mindsets that people that have done these great things have, of the discipline, and they look like folklore. In the circles of like did that really happen? It did. They did do those things. It's like when Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles. When you tear your Achilles tendon, it's an extremely painful thing. Run ball up and start crying. Kobe tore his Achilles, made 2 free throws, and walked himself back to the locker room.
Damn. Was that in the book Relentless?
I think it was in the book Relentless, but it's also a popular story.
Oh,
like there is like if you go and check on YouTube, the video of him doing it was casual, and that thing. It was in the book Relentless. It is. I remember. I remember. Yeah, it's in the book Relentless as well.
Yeah.
But like it's a popular story, but like it happened before our eyes. He tore it in our front.
Dude.
You understand? And he walked off by himself. But you know what's crazy? What humanizes top performers like this is that I watched so many Kobe interviews. Kobe is my personal favorite basketballer of all time. When I started playing basketball some 7, 8, 9 years ago, the very first tutorial I watched was a Kobe Bryant video. So like it stuck with me. Yes, I've known that there are players
I get that.
So it just stuck with me. So even
it's like getting to love. I wanted to make an anime reference, but people don't watch anime. But it's like getting to love basketball because you watch Kuroko.
Exactly, yes, very good. Yeah. But so like attached to Kobe, then seeing the mindset, Mamba mentality, all that jazz, and I'm like, this is my guy. This is my guy. Or you watch Michael Jordan's Last Dance, and you see the good and the bad of what greatness took. Like the demands he placed on himself, the demands he placed on his teammates, how he's cascaded to like. It's incredible,
It's incredible, man.
I was about to make a point about.
I like the wake up calls.
Yeah, I was about to make a point about Kobe Bryant, about top performers being humanized.
Yes.
He said, this was in an interview when he was talking about, I think it was with Patrick Bet-David, Entertainment.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most popular Kobe Bryant interviews ever.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I've not seen it, and that's wild. And I watched Patrick Bet-David a lot.
I know you do. I know you do. It was Bernard that showed it to me years ago. So I think it was in that interview. He was talking about what that experience was like when he got to the locker room after he had torn it. He just touched it. There was nothing there. He knew it was gone. And it's the Achilles. It's career ending.
Yeah.
It should be career ending. And then he went there. When I was working, he said he was honestly thinking of himself, do I really want to do this and come back? Do I really want to go through the gruesome rehab, the surgery, the rehab, getting back to the NBA, and then getting back to being top performing all-star, getting back to
like the whole greatness journey
afresh. Do I really? He was like, that humanized him a lot to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, they ask themselves these questions too.
Dude.
That they are not
like they're not in a world of their own.
They're not robots. They ask themselves these questions too.
Because it can't be painstaking.
It really, really, really takes. I told you about the Elon interview that I saw. Everybody was like 18-hour work weeks every week. That was Elon's thing. Nobody should have to do that.
Yeah.
Well, those are the measures that needed to be taken at that point in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greatness takes a lot.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
And I like that I like that I had that reminder this week. It was Amara, you're doing. Yes, there's no taking away from the fact that you're doing.
Yeah.
But remember to not slip into the 80% of people. Remember to not slip into the 90% of people. That was it for me.
That's incredible. Like, bro, I'm holding this thing in my head and in my heart for the next 3 months at least, very closely.
Dude.
Very, very closely. I'm really happy about these conversations. I'm really happy for the people listening to us.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And we're going to be great. And
like
the quality of people we will be in 5 years, in 10 years.
Dude.
I'm psyched for it, guys.
Dude.
I'm pumped for it.
Dude.
I'm pumped for it. I'm psyched. Totally psyched. Totally psyched.
So guys, we hope that this serves as motivation, as a piece on clarity.
Yeah.
That it reminds you of what is set ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's what I hope it gives you guys.
Yeah.
If you take any other thing away, that would be wonderful. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But this for me is that reminder that we're not casual. This is not casual.
We can't be casual about greatness. It is intentional effort, showing up day in, day out. And if you don't show up one day, show up the next day.
Yes.
Because we like to be practical.
Yes.
We like to be practical. Like you always want to be 100%, but if you give 30 today, go out the next day and give as much as you can.
Yes.
Go out the next day, give as much as you can. Show up is the important thing.
Yes. Guys, this was not how we planned for this conversation.
I promise you guys, like I promise you, this was not what this conversation was supposed to be. There was something else we had to talk about in mind.
As always, we hope you find value.
I'm glad we got to share with you guys.
Yes, I'm glad we got to share.
I'm so glad. We didn't plan this at all. We had something entirely different, guys. I promise you.
Yeah.
All right,
so,
guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Thank you for listening.
We'll see you in the next one.
In the next one. Take care, guys.
Yes.